Well, the finality of the situation, it's a tough one. I think we played really well. We had a great season, and I think we continue to get better as the season progressed. And it's just tough when your season ends so abruptly. But I think our players can be proud of what they've accomplished this year.
Jimmy, you guys, if you look back at your season, obviously you've set a bunch of program paths and winning, that kind of thing. In the conference schedule, against the top teams in the conference, you guys didn't have your best series. Have you been dogged in those big moments where you've got the big matchups?
I think ultimately just prepared us for this weekend, and playing Fullerton at home, going to play Irvine on the road, just got us ready for the matches we would face in the regional, and we got to experience succeeding and failing in those big stages, and it just got us ready for this weekend.
Coach, obviously in the middle innings there, you guys hurt yourselves a little bit with the walks, the batsman, pass ball, things like that, error, I think. Did you feel like the team just wasn't its sharpest today?
Yeah, I mean, our strong point during the course of the year was our bullpen. We had 2 or 3 guys who were very reliable, and we went to them time after time. And yeah, today was a little bit of a letdown, and it didn't go the way that we had planned. That it had gone so many times. And in a game like this, you just want to shorten the game and put up as many zeros as possible and allow your offense. Which I think our offense it's the best 3 games that we've best approach that we've had all season long, and it was a good time to have our offense clicking on all cylinders.
The bullpen, you mentioned you've been leaning on Riley and Holback as well. Some like those guys. Was there any wear down factor down the stretch for those guys, do you think?
No, I think we protected them late in the season. We used them a lot, and then towards the latter part of the season, we didn't need to use them as much, so they were fresh. And Riley came in and did what he was supposed to do last night. Got the strikeout and got the fly ball. That was just an unfortunate situation.
Elliot, as a fifth-year senior, this is your last game. Just kind of talk. Obviously disappointed about this game. Talk about that, and just how proud you are of getting to this point.
Yeah, when I look back, I'm going to look back on this last game, and I mean, it's just for me, it's all about getting here. We didn't make it the previous 4 years. I was at Cal Poly, and I'm just glad we made it here. We battled and we made a statement. We kind of put Cal Poly on the map, and we just want the future guys coming through the program to follow our steps and end up making it to a super and ultimately in Omaha. So really proud of our guys, and I'm just glad we made it here.
Jimmy, hopefully this is your last game. You're coming back. Just talk about your thoughts, about getting this far and making this game.
Well, it makes me just want to come back even more next year and have everyone experience it again, especially for the incoming freshmen. But it was an unbelievable experience just with all the family and friends that came and supported, and just the atmosphere that we had. It was similar to the Cal Poly game, but obviously there was more on the line. But it was just an awesome experience, and I won't forget it.
Coach, going back to the bullpen for a quick moment, Chase Johnson pitched probably the most that I've seen him in a while. I know he had some control issues earlier in the season. What's the reason why we didn't see him more, I guess, over the course of the year?
Control issues. It just sometimes players, whether they're a pitcher or position player, sometimes they're just not ready at a certain point in the season, and you saw that with somebody like Ellis in the outfield, where he earned his starting spot and ran with it. John Shutnick at first base wasn't quite ready to perform at this level, and then now is. So it takes time. I mean, not everybody's on the same developmental process or time frame, basically. So he was good for us the last few weeks of the season, and that really helped out.
Elliot, what happened on the pass ball? Was there any cross up on that?
The first one?
You won the fifth. First one.
Oh, no. I think we had runners at first and third, and I just tried to catch and look at the runners, check them back, and I think I just did that too quick and just kind of pulled my eye off it. Of course, it's the only time that's really happened like that, and it's the last game it meant the most, but just the way it goes.
Coach, is this the best season you guys have had? How would you characterize it?
Well, I think we got the most out of this team. You know, when you win 40 games out on the West Coast, that's saying something. It's very difficult to win ball games out here because your midweek games are against strong opponents, and it's just tough to get a regional berth out here because the RPI. So I mean, RPI worked this year. Don't ask me how. I mean, we played quality non-conference schedules in the past, and it seems like we're always around 55 to 65 in RPI, and obviously winning at Kansas State a couple games, and playing Notre Dame, playing teams outside of the West. I mean, we would, if we were located near a major airport and we had enough money and we didn't mind missing class time, then you could possibly set up your schedule to have a high RPI, but it's kind of unrealistic where we are. So we try to play the best possible non-conference opponents, try to play outside if at all possible, but this year everything just kind of fell into place. And it was a good feeling.
Coach, what do you think separating you as a program from taking a big leap forward, maybe winning the conference or making it out of a regional?
Just being a perennial regional team. I mean, that's what happens. I mean, we're fighting tradition in the Big West. I mean, Fullerton's had this thing going since the mid '70s, and we're trying to play catch up. But a program like ours, if we could get in 3 out of every 4 years or 4 out of every 5 years, then your players become accustomed to regional play. And that's how some of the teams from different parts of the country, maybe they're the best team in a weaker conference, but they're always in the regionals, and they're going to win a regional every 4 or 5 years. So that's what Kent State did. That's what Oral Roberts in the past. There's teams like that are always in. With us, it's just difficult getting in because last year there was only one representative of the Big West. This year we got 3. We think as a conference we're a 3 or 4 good conference, but it hasn't happened that way in the majority of years.
For each of the players, what's the feeling that you guys have leaving this regional?
It's obviously not what we wanted, especially after beating USD the first day. We were expecting to handle it against UCLA and win this thing, go to the Super. But overall, it was a great season, and I mean, still proud of our guys and proud of all of our performances. And it's not what we wanted, but we obviously have to live with it. And just the way it goes.
I would say it's definitely disappointing, but at the same time, we got to experience it. I mean, Coach after the game was saying how we got to experience it, and that's way better than not even having the opportunity. And so we now have that experience behind us, and it's obviously hard for the seniors, but we're all here together as a team, and it was a great experience for us.
Jimmy, how do you carry your strong performance this weekend forward, into the summer and then possibly next year coming back?
It's difficult to say. Baseball is obviously a really up and down game, and I think this weekend I was just really relaxed and try to clear my mind as much as I could. Obviously it being a regional on TV, all the people in the stands, I did whatever it took to just make things simple and kind of relax everything. And obviously this year I struggled a little bit, but it's ironic that when the most pressure's on the line is when I felt the most relaxed. So just get back to that mindset, and hopefully it carries me to the summer and then next year.
Coach, you've had the very good 1 and 2 starters this year and the closer as well. But pitching depth has been a bit of an issue. Where do you see the program right now from a pitching standpoint?
Well, I mean, past history, we're usually a very offensive team and thin on the mound. We have some pretty good freshman kids coming in next year, so we're hoping to get them right into the equation, and we'll rely a lot on them. You know, we'll lose Wagman and possibility of losing Riley and Holback, but you know, Imhoff will be back offensively, defensively. We have a big nucleus coming back. So I think we're going to ask a lot of our incoming freshmen to be able to step up. You know, there's going to be a learning curve, but this is probably the best group that we're going to have come in.
Any more questions?